what names I gave to people. So I think I'm just going to give them new names, but you'll know who I'm referring to if you've listened to past videos. And we'll just go forward from there. I'm going to focus on 4 apartments in particular, and then my neighbors across the way who are in a different building, and I think that's about it. So like the 4 apartments, 1, 2, 3, 4, closest to me in my building basically, and then this one apartment that's like across the way in a different building. It's about all we really need to know. They're the ones like most in my immediate surroundings. Quick notes up top too is 1, no updates on the people with all the clothes in the 5 garages. Maybe one day. And 2, there's like an alley out this way. I've never seen this person in my life, except I have seen their car on like 3 different occasions now, and it's holographic. And then yesterday on the freeway, I saw them driving because I was like, oh, it's another holographic car. And then I was thinking that was unusual, and sure enough, it was not another holographic car. It was the same one. But I've never ever seen her or said hi to her, so it's not like I was gonna be waving to her through the window like, hey, howdy, it's your neighbor. So that's that. Okay. In apartment 1, there is a woman named Gloria. We'll call her Gloria. I do like her. She herself likes to gossip. So on the very slight chance that she ever sees this video, like, I feel like she'll appreciate it. She likes to gossip. She is retired, and so she has a lot of time on her hands in a way to get into everyone's business. Which isn't to say that that's all she does, like she's much more interesting than that. I've run into her before on her way to take a photography class at a local garden. I've run into her on her way to go to a like book talk event. A book talk event. So she keeps busy, and she has interests. She also likes to gossip. One of her interests is gossiping. And she's retired, so she's older. She lives alone. She is a widow. And I think this thing has happened to her that I see happening to not all, but quite a lot of the people I know who are older, which is that as they get older, they can tend to get a little inflexible and like a little curmudgeonly, a little set in their ways. So it's funny because every time I run into her, she wants to chat for sure, and she always wants to like trade digs on other people and what they're doing wrong. Like these new people who moved in left a plant in the like landscaped part in a pot probably because nowhere around their apartment gets the right amount of sun, so they put it in the garden still in a pot, and we're like tending to it out there, and Gloria hated that, so she would want to talk to me about that, for example. And these new people, when they moved in, also didn't break down a single box, which is annoying because when you're moving you have a lot of boxes, yeah. And so Gloria first of all, she is sweet. But then she was kind of like, oh, like, I forget the word she used, but she was basically like, huh, interesting. I was like, oh, what do you mean interesting? And she was like, you're more rebellious than I thought. She didn't use the word rebellious, but she was basically like, oh, you go against the grain, huh? And I was like, yeah, I guess so. She has also said to me another time I was talking to her, we were talking, I felt that I was being friendly, like very friendly. I have a sort of like neighborly demeanor I put on when I meet neighbors. I don't think it's fake, but like I definitely make an effort to give a little energy, to appear more extroverted, to just be friendly, because I think it's really important to be in communication with your neighbors and to get to know them a bit and to help each other. So we were talking, I was being friendly, little friendly Mauve, and Gloria was like, out of nowhere, she was like, you're very different, like, you're very different from your partner. And I know that she loves my partner. Who doesn't, honestly? Me and my friends joke, like, it's hard to be the shitty partner. I'm not, like, shitty in general, but, like, my partner is so good. Like, I will always be the second tier partner. Not that it's really a competition, but, like, oh, the burden of being, like, the less kind, less caring partner. Oh, the burden. Gloria loves my partner as well. Like, my partner helps with things around the building when they need getting done and things like that. So she'll ask him for help. And he is very friendly, and very patient also. So when I was talking to Gloria and she was like, you're so different from your partner, I was like, oh, how do you mean? I guess we are different, but I was like, how do you mean? And she's like, I don't know, I can't quite put my finger on it. And I don't think she was trying to be shady, but I was also like, truly, how do you mean? And she wouldn't say, she couldn't figure out how to tell me how I was different, but maybe she thought I was a bit weird or a bit like too exuberant, perhaps. I don't know. Although the other day, my partner and I made cookies. I don't know what's going on with my hair here, but my partner is a very good baker. He used to own, nothing to do with his work now, but he used to own a kind of bakery. So we made cookies and we had too many, and I was like, we should go give some to Gloria. And so we did, and she loved them. And I was fair. I said very clearly, like, my partner by his name. I was like, my partner made these. We gave them to her together and had a little chat. And it was a really nice moment. But I think she thinks I'm a little punk ass bitch. And I just want to be like, Gloria, I'm the reason you got cookies, just so you know. Just so you know, I'm the reason you got those cookies. Those buckwheat chocolate chip cookies. But I do like her. Yeah, she just likes to gossip, and I guess the thing is too. So in apartment 2, we'll say, are Ramon and Curtis. They are married. They are also retired, but younger than Gloria. Well, they're currently in Buenos Aires on vacation. Actually, they flew to Buenos Aires, and then they were going from there down around in Patagonia, in Ushuaia, to see penguins and fun stuff like that. So they were only going to be in Buenos Aires for like 2 days, maybe 1 night, 2 nights. has also been to Argentina, and they also, Ramona and Curtis also, like, asked her to see her photos, and they talked about it with her. It's not like they, like, shirked that. But anyway, they took me out for a beer, we talked a bit more, yada yada. So my partner mentioned this to Gloria, and Gloria, like, kind of scoffed. I don't know how many recommendations they would need. They're only going to be there for like a night or two. And then come to find out, there was a time when they weren't speaking, when Gloria and Ramona and Curtis weren't speaking. They just weren't speaking, which is interesting because the way my building is, certain units share, well, we'll call it like a stairwell. And so Gloria's apartment is next to Ramona and Curtis's apartment, so they share a stairwell, just the two apartments. And it seems like it might be awkward to not be speaking to someone who has like direct access to the space right in front of your door. But yeah, they weren't speaking once, and we didn't hear why. But I guess it was interesting because we had no idea that there was any kind of bad blood between them, and I don't think there's strictly bad blood between them, but we thought they got along famously, and maybe they always haven't. So that was news to us. Then in apartment 3, there's this woman, we'll call her Alexa. Alexa, play Despacito. Alexa is a trip. I have seen her, like physically seen her, twice in the 2 years I've lived here. My partner has seen her also just twice, but my partner has seen her boyfriend a bunch. So she's a middle-aged woman, and I think she lives with her college-aged son there. No live-in partner, but she seems to have this boyfriend. I've only seen her boyfriend once. So backing up, the first time I saw her, me and my partner saw her, it was the day we were moving in. She was leaving with her boyfriend to go on a hike, and she was pretty nice, actually, not overly nice, but pretty nice. We were like, hey, we're moving in. She was like, hey, I'm so-and-so, I'm Alexa. And so that was that. Really cool. Another friendly neighbor. Check. Okay, well, come to find out, she never, it's not an exaggeration, never uses her front door. She always leaves by her garage. Always. And she has no live-in partner. She has this college-age son who I've seen a few times going out the front door and waiting to get an Uber or something. And he's always silent, and I'll pass him like with the dog or whatever. I have to get by him to go out, and I'll say, oh, excuse me, or I'll say, oh, hi, and like nothing, like terrified of me or just so apathetic, I don't know, but like not a word. We only see him really in the summer or on college break times, I assume, because he's not always here. And he and his friends will like bring back fast food and leave the wrappers in the landscaped area and stuff. It's whatever. Anyway, so I've seen him a few times. So then Alexa has this boyfriend who's around her age, and my partner, I've never seen this, but my partner has run into him like 5 different times, where he'll be like scurrying to get out of my partner so that he doesn't have to say hello. This is a grown man, you guys. He'll be like scurrying down the path to like get to the front door so he doesn't have to say hello. And then he'll like knock really quickly on the door so that she'll open it and let him in. And he'll like knock really quickly, like furtively. Just be like, knock, and then she'll open it and let him in. And he'll like scoot in before he has to say hi to my partner. last week we saw them going down the path together. We had taken the dog out to pee right before bed. Maybe it was a Friday night. We usually stay in on Friday nights. And so we had taken the dog out to pee. And while we were waiting for the dog to pee, so it was just like a window of like 30 seconds, but it just happened to be the time that Alexa and her boyfriend got back. Well, I was like, who is that? I didn't say this, but like the gate opens and down the path walks this woman. I couldn't really see her well, even though I've met her once because it was dark, but it was Alexa. And then like 2 minutes later, her boyfriend comes through the gate and walks down the path too and has to knock on the door to be let in. And so clearly they had driven somewhere together. They had gone out maybe on a Friday night. But then like he had to bark. So that's the thing too. He doesn't have a garage door opener. She makes him bark outside of her garage, and then they like walk around the building and come in together. But she came in like a full 2 minutes before he did. Didn't wait for him. They're clearly dating, but like she just seems to like not give an F about him, or like not. She just kind of does whatever she wants seemingly, and then he like just follows and is like very amenable, like maybe too amenable. I don't know. But they've been dating a while, and they're, you know, middle-aged, and he seems trustworthy enough. But I mean, they've been dating as long as we've been here, but probably longer, like let's say 3 or 4 years. 3 years. No key to her house, no garage door opener. Like she could still lock her place, but give him the garage door opener so he could park, you know, like in a covered space, but like no. Fascinating. Then I'll say, okay, in apartment 4, there's this new couple that moved in, didn't break down their boxes, yada yada yada. They're very like, they're kind of young, not so young, but a little young, and they're very high tech. And the only thing I'll say about them is this thing that happened at a meeting. But to give you an idea, it's like they have like LED lights everywhere in their place. You can see through their windows that like even in the living room they have these color changing LED strips and stuff like that. Great. They ordered really fancy light up bidet toilet seat covers when they first moved in, like high tech kind of, not life hacky stuff, but it's like they don't have enough money to like install an actual bidet, and they're renting, so, but they, you know, sprung on like 3 different really fancy bidet toilet seat covers. Like they have a lot of gadgets. That's how we'll say it, a lot of gadgets. So they came to a meeting. I don't know if I told you this already, but they came to a meeting and they were like, we want to get this like keypad door handle for the front doors that you can open and close, like lock and unlock with an app on your phone. Okay, there's no key. You have to lock and unlock it with an app on your phone, or I guess you can like push in the keypad like the pin. But the main draw is that you use an app to do everything with it. When I tell you that you could hear a pin drop after they presented this to the tenants, like, because if they install that on their door, it would have to be approved by everyone, because then everyone would have to get it installed on their doors as well. So it would be costly and a hassle, quite frankly. But on top of that, at the meeting, it's like me and my partner, not that, I mean, we just don't really have against all this, and it was just ridiculous to hear these poor people trying to make this argument that this lock system with an app on your phone was going to be great for everyone. We're like, read the room, like, read the room. But it was good that they like looked it up and presented it to us. But I was just like, if even me and my partner, who are the youngest ones besides them, if we're not about it, like, it's not happening. There's no way it's happening. And then the last thing I'll say is that across the way, there's this couple I've talked about. I think I talked about them first in the last video because they had just moved in. And I said they were not friendly, which is true. Not friendly and like often fighting. We have, I think I didn't have this name for them before, so I'll say it now. We've named them the Bizarros because, you know, like in Seinfeld there's that episode where Jerry sees Bizarro Jerry and Elaine sees Bizarro Elaine. They're kind of like our Bizarros because they're nothing like us at all. I don't think that we would want to get coffee together or a beer together. I really don't think so. However, the woman has dark hair around the same length as mine, and she is like not tall but a little tall like me, and a little big boned also like me. And then the guy is like very fit, has a pretty slight frame but is muscular and looks a lot in that way only like my partner. And so we call them the Bizarros. They have a young kid and then they just had a baby. Well, they continued to be unfriendly, although they're fighting less, so perhaps the fighting was due to the heat and the move and the pregnancy. Those are all huge stressors and totally understandable catalysts for fighting frequently. Still though, they have never said hi to us. She will purposely avert her eyes, whereas with other neighbors or the people who lived in that place before, when they would pass, we would just be like, hey, like just a little hey, you know? I don't know. It's possible that she's trying to protect our privacy by like not looking our way, but we've passed them walking too, like not hello, nothing, even though we've like looked at them wanting to do that. So I think that's so odd, but anyway, two things to say. One, I mentioned that I heard the guy talking one day about Special K, and everyone was like, he's talking about ketamine. Well, I think he was talking about the cereal, because we learned that he is a personal trainer. We did not learn it from talking to him, but we learned it like his license plate frame, I don't know what you call that, has like a business on it, and it's his business, and he's a personal trainer. So it was cereal. It was the cereal, if you were curious. Secondly, over the holidays, this very nice older man, we were walking the dog, came up to us and was like, oh hi. He was like, I love this dog. We watch this dog out the window like all day long. Like, she's so cute. We love like seeing where she's sitting and stuff. And come to find out, that is the dad of, I don't know the man or the woman or what, but that is like the dad of one of them, the grandpa of the kids, blah blah blah. He's a family member, and he was visiting for the holidays, and he was the nicest man ever. So kind, charming, lives across the way from you. You can clearly see into each other's apartments. Do not, when you're on the sidewalk passing each other, do not say, "Hi, we just moved in," or "Hey, we live